So, guys, we're talking about Canada today and all the bullshit that went on there. I'm not a huge Canadian fan. I love the people, but it's too damn cold for me. I don't play hockey. I suck on ice skates. Give me a surfboard and shorts and sand and bikinis, and I'm good. Right?
Well, no, not right for me.
No?
Nope. I'll tell you why I love Canada, for the most part. Well, my brother lived there for a short while, but that's not why. But I grew up in Michigan, right?
You don't even like your brother.
Well, if you drive through Detroit, you go into Windsor, Canada. You can go one of two ways. You go over the bridge, you go through the tunnel. The tunnel goes underwater, and it's always leaking and wet, which is kind of interesting and scary. But in high school, I could drive over to Windsor, Canada. Drinking age was no more than...
Wait. I just want to say something. I always like wet and scary. I'm cool with that.
Like your housekeeper. Anyway, Windsor, right? The drinking age was no more than 18. It might have been 17. It might have been 16. I can't remember. But we could drink when we drove over to Windsor. And in Windsor, Canada, you're going to love this, Hammer, because it's totally me, right? It had at least 3 to 4 strip clubs, full nude, with full alcohol. And we could get in and just spend our whole night there. So Windsor,
nice.
Windsor, Canada, I'm all for it.
All right, maybe it's... Well, what else do you got to do in freezing temperatures except fuck polar bears and go to strip clubs?
Oh, you play hockey, eh?
Hey, yeah. Well, let me tell you what I don't like. Mr. Justin Trudeau and that invoking that bullshit Emergency Act.
First time ever, right? It was the first time ever done since it had been revised.
And isn't this amazing? Down here, if the Democratic Party is revolting in the street and burning cars and burning buildings, that's okay, If the Republican Party is just out there with their signs, well, that's criminal. Up there, these truckers, they were peaceful. They were chilling out. They were blocking the streets going, hey, we're not doing this.
Not so sure, Holmes.
There was no...
They were blocking U.S.-Canadian commerce.
It was peaceful.
True, but it was blocking commerce.
That's peaceful, bro. You can do that.
I agree with you. I'm just bringing up the point.
That's what protests are, man. They weren't burning anything. They weren't.
I agree 100%.
They weren't doing any of that shit.
I'm with you on that one, Ham.
And so for you to... So if you donated, you wanted to support these cats, their government came out with you and shut your bank account down, shut your Bitcoin down, did all that, okay? Guys, that's communism. That's not socialism. That's socialism communism, okay? I mean, that is not what the democratic society does.
And if you're not familiar with the story, right, Canada was not allowing the truckers to go from Canada to the United States without being fully masked and vaccinated. And they thought that was not right. They have a right to choose their own decision, right? Whether you're vaccinated or not.
It was about being vaccinated.
Yeah, masked and vaccinated. Yeah, right. And so that's where it all kicked off, right? And the emergency, what do they call it?
Emergency Act.
Act that they did. There's only been 4 times in the history of Canada that I'm aware of that they did that. One was World War I.
Right.
Second was World War II. And then Justin Trudeau, current premier, what do you call him? A prime minister.
Prime minister.
Prior to his father,
right.
Enacted that in 1970. But the rules were different, so it's not the exact same emergency act that they did. But he did it back in 1970 when there was like Ottawa that was having those big issues and they were arresting people on the streets.
They went after people's bank accounts.
Yeah.
So they're after hardworking families and truckers that are trying to make a living. And listen, it's your God-given right to decide if you want to take a vaccine or not. I got mine, Troy got his, but it's still your right to decide what you want for your body.
And that's the bottom line, right? It is. That's the bottom line. See, what they're saying is, oh, Canada, you can't tell me that I have to be vaccinated to be able to do my job, right?
Yeah, but I don't even care about that part. The part I really care about is that they become communists because they shut down their bank accounts, they shut down all this stuff. Now these people don't have money to get food for their kids, petrol for their trucks, so they cripple them that way when they're being peaceful.
So let me give you a opposite argument, Hammer, which
Please
you and I we love to do, right? So why not just go get vaccinated? don't worry about all that shit. Just go get vaccinated. It's not going to kill anybody. In fact, it might save lives, and you don't have to worry about all that.
Because it's your choice. That's the whole deal, man.
That's it? Just a choice? That's the answer?
No, speaking for the United States, it's constitutional. It's my body. I decide what I want.
For what it's worth.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But let's not go there.
No.
But I believe that all the people that didn't get vaccinated, that's 100% their right.
We agree on that.
I totally
Absolutely.
support them.
Yep.
Okay, even though that I'm vaccinated and Tori's vaccinated, and so is Brandy.
Yep. I did it because I have kids. I have to see people every day in my work, right? And that I was doing it for both, not just myself, but my clients and the people I meet all the time. Did it make sense? I don't know. Did I catch COVID? No, I didn't. Was it because of the vaccine? I don't know.
Well, I was vaccinated and I got COVID twice. So
that's right. Yeah. And our good girl Brandy got
it twice also.
Yeah.
And all of us, I mean, her and I are both on different TV shows.
Yep.
And you're out with people all the time, so we're always around people.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You just don't know, right?
And this whole thing in Canada has now bled over into the United States, right? There was a big convoy established. They started in Modesto, California, I believe it was. They're going to go all the way across the country to Washington. But fortunately, the COVID numbers are going down by the day, by the minute, by the hour. And those convoys kind of fizzled a little bit, not because they weren't passionate about it, but I think they just kind of said, well, okay, things are opening up anyway on their own, right? L.A., Nazi L.A., sorry, I didn't mean to say it that way. Let me say it differently. Uber strict to L.A. is now allowing, to have open areas and dining and things like that. So it's really, thankfully, hopefully, getting into our rearview mirror.
Well, the interesting thing about it is you've got that guy in the White House about ready to do his first State of the Union.
Yeah.
And miraculously, all the masks are disappearing during that. You don't think this is politics? I mean, this is all this is.
There's no, everything is politics, bro.
Yeah.
It really is. When you boil it down to the rabbit in the fucking pot, everything is goddamn politics.
I just, I don't get people that don't look at accomplishments and when their welfare is better. Right now, we're sitting in America in one of the worst spots that we've sat for 40, 50 years. Mm-hmm. Inflation, okay? You've got homelessness. You've got crime. I mean, all these things are at an all-time high right now. And there's a couple of denominators that equal that, and we all know what the hell it is.
Understood.
Right? You make your own decisions on that, guys.
But fill in the blanks on your own.
Yeah, fill in the blanks on your own. But it's sad, and it's sad what Trudeau did, and it's sad what the White House is doing. And you notice, guys, I'm not talking presidents. I'm not doing that because I'm not trying to get one side or the other. I'm just trying to be factual because it is not healthy for what's happening to the American people. What happened in Ukraine, what happened in Canada, and what's happened here in the United States is going to bankrupt the middle class of America.
It's going to bankrupt the soul of human beings. Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Of all nations.
Yeah, of all nations.
Yeah.
Again, the butterfly effect, right?
Exactly.
One little thing happens in Kathmandu, and we feel it.
So, guys, tell us what you think. We love you. Give us a comment, and we'll catch you next time.